Hi everyone, it's Agnieszka from 5 Minute Language. Welcome to my channel. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and give this video a thumbs up. So today's video is about motivation, and I've already got a video about how to stay motivated when learning a foreign language. I'm going to link to it as well so you can check it out. But this video is slightly different. It's about how to get motivated when you're only just starting out. So you've decided to learn a new foreign language and you're looking for some motivation to get started. So I'm going to share these tips with you now. My first tip is to start very, very small. And what I mean by that is really small. So often when you think about a new language, you kind of imagine yourself speaking it and being fluent and having conversations with people. And that can seem a little bit overwhelming, because if you want to get from zero to that place, sometimes you will need years to get there, and that can really put you off, and you might not have any motivation to start if you think that, it's going to take you 2 years to get there. So what I recommend is that you start very, very small. And by doing that, you will be able to achieve that first little goal, and that will give you some extra motivation, because you will see that actually by learning 5 words, I have already started learning, I've made some progress, and that will definitely give you a motivation boost. So I would say start by learning maybe 5 or 10 different words and phrases that will enable you to introduce yourself. Start with that. So things like, hello, my name is so-and-so, I come from this country and I'm learning German, for example. Once you've learned that, I encourage you to make a short video of yourself saying these things, introducing myself. My name is Agnieszka, I come from Poland, but I live in London, and I am learning Japanese at the moment. I can also speak Polish and English. And a couple of other languages. I actually did that for Japanese when I first started learning it. If I find this video, I'm going to link it as well. But it was basically really motivating to see myself speak the language, and it gave me some extra motivation to carry on. You can of course put it on social media if you're feeling brave, and I'm sure you can get lots of likes from your friends, and hopefully that will motivate you even further. So my next tip is to do with scheduling in your learning. So what I said before, that you should start very, very small, doesn't mean that you should kind of see it as a casual process. So what I mean by that is that you should definitely schedule your learning in. Put it in your diary and set yourself an actual reminder. So for example, I'm gonna do 20 minutes on Tuesday evening. So when I come back from work, I'm gonna actually sit down at 7:30. Once my daughter is in bed, I will be able to then spend 20 minutes learning German, and I will be learning the first sort of 5 or 10 phrases to introduce myself. When it's in your diary like that, it's actually going to happen. Otherwise, you might be putting it off. You might think, well, I want to start learning German and maybe I'll do it next week. And then when it comes to it, you're busy doing other things, you forget about it. So, you kind of put off the process, and then you lose motivation, because the longer it goes on, the less motivated you become. So put it in your diary, set a reminder, and actually do it then. My next tip is to do with inspiration. So in order to get motivation, you need to have inspiration. And what I mean by that is that you should kind of do the things that got you interested in the language in the first place. So for example, you're a music fan and you've been listening to lots of French music and you love it, you enjoy it, even though you can't understand the words, you actually really like the music. So listen to a lot of French music in that case. If you're interested in cinema, watch some amazing French films. And that will definitely give you a little bit of inspiration. It will remind you why you want to learn the language, and that's very, very motivating. And finally, for a lot of us, the motivation comes from the fact that we actually really like the sound of the language. So some people learn because they have practical reasons to learn, such as they're about to travel to Italy, so they want to learn a bit of Italian. Other people are interested in literature and cinema, and they want to be able to watch films and read books in Italian. But other people just like the sound of the language they're learning. So, for example, that's true for myself. I usually learn languages or become interested in languages because I really like the way they sound. So when I was learning Japanese, I actually came across a really kind of strange but weirdly interesting show on Netflix called Terrace House. I don't know if you've ever heard about it. It's kind of like a reality show, which is weird because I don't normally watch that kind of stuff. But this one was really interesting culturally, to be able to, you know, watch Japanese people interact with each other, people in their 20s, and kind of like compare it to my experiences of growing up in Europe and how different that was. Just being able to listen to the language, surround myself with it, listen to kind of like normal young people have conversations in Japanese really inspired me to learn the language. And to kind of carry on. So yeah, these are my tips and I hope you enjoyed them. If you're about to start learning a foreign language, let me know in the comments below. Let me know which language you are about to learn and share your motivation tips with the rest of the community as well. So I'll see you next time and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Bye!